and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, and I ain't listening. Is in fact the if revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jackie. So I walk, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the hawk. I'ma get them crackers, hell should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do damage, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young K. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gunna Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his gang, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy. Right. Everything is lawful. The pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make a little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was picking bone. I had a 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9/11, I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. Oh, damn, now I'm coming up. They coming to kiss me, you dumb away. You drawn, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she know she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westward, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge. Get a minute of killing it. Case closed, I don't need a gavel. Know you hate it, don't even matter. New pay, still the same time.
But just never forget that I do not. Always have that fresh in your mind. That I feel absolutely nothing for your pain and your problem. Because I know that all of your pain and problems are a test to make you stronger.
I live in a world where we go inside. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drown in the wave, you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
Seeing if you're gonna step up in what's world, you're gonna run away.
All right. Clap it up. All right, it's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commanding General YAHANNA, it is Monday, the history class, where we break it down line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little, using external references to back up and support internally what is inside of the Bible. All right. So what we're going to do is, let's do it like this. All right. So we're going to pick up where we left off at. with demonic possession. This class, remember I told y'all I was gonna do some illustrations of how we were going to show live illustrations of uh, what physically today looks like of what a demonic possession is. See, did that change it? Hold on. Trying to change it from dual screen. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let's see. Display settings. Built-in display. LGTB. Okay, I don't want to do dual screen. LGTB. All right, cool. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm just trying to make it to where the people in class can see what you guys can see online while we in here. Hold on. Boom. All right, cool. Default. Next. All right, bet. All right, cool. While we doing this, does anybody have any questions for today's lessons? And if you guys have any questions online, go ahead and type them in the chat, and then we'll get to them amicably. Anybody got any questions? Malaki, you got any questions?
I had a question in Revelation chapter 16.
Okay.
What were the 7 vials, and what do they represent?
Hold on 1 second. Let's see how to book with HDMI. Adjust display settings and system settings. Okay. 1 second. Let me adjust this real quick for them. Let's see. Go to display settings. Need to adjust display settings and system settings. Specifically, you need to either uncheck mirror displays. Let's see. 1 second, y'all. Display. All right, I guess y'all just gonna have to look at it on y'all phones. It won't let me do it. All right, now what was your question, nephew?
In Revelation 16, what were the 7 vials, and what do they represent?
That's a whole lesson, nephew. You know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reference you to Officer Thabawan. He did a whole Revelations breakdown, just like I did a whole Genesis breakdown, and he did it with the generals. So I would be doing you a disservice by me giving you that breakdown where you can get it straight from the general's mouth. So what I would do is I will refer you and anyone that wants a true One West Book of Revelations breakdown. I would refer y'all to I.S.U.P.K. California or Officer Thabawan's YouTube page, The Sons of Thunder. And he did the whole breakdown, you know what I'm saying, with the generals. So I would say go there because he did an excellent job. You know, his took just as long as my Genesis breakdown. It's about 2 years, just like mine. We started at the same time. So you're going to get all the precepts that you need, brother, all the way up to modern day what's going on. All right? Okay. So, so let's get into. All right, so we're gonna go to the different examples of the demonic possessions, right? Okay, so quick review. What is a demonic possession? Anybody?
Being overtaken by unclean spirits.
Being what?
Overtaken by unclean spirits.
Being overtaken by unclean spirits. Give me an example.
Like having the urge to sin, you can't, like having the uncontrollable urge to sin. Like how, crack addicts be, addicted to crack or whatever, and they just can't quell their urge to do crack.
Let's see. Start here. There we go. We in there. All right. Say that one more time.
Like how an addict would not be able to resist the urge to do whatever they're addicted to indulge in whatever they're addicted to.
But what is the cause of it? Blow my mind.
Satan.
No, Satan is not the cause of it. Satan can't do nothing that you don't. I'm about to give it away. Satan can't do nothing that you don't allow him to do. So how do you allow Satan to let demons come into your life?
By slipping up.
By what?
By slipping up.
By slipping up. Slipping up, how so?
Like whenever you're not in your right mind, you do something that you normally wouldn't do.
Make it more practical. So someone, Christy Broussard said evil spirits or demons can invade or take control of a person's body. Yes, they can, but it's just like the movie Sinners, right? They can't come into your vessel unless you allow them in. So how are they allowed into your vessel?
You invite them in.
Let's find out how you invite them in. I guess nobody's been paying attention for the past 25 classes. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee.
That all these what?
Curses shall come upon thee.
That all these what?
Curses.
So the curse is the demonic possession. So what is the cause for the demonic possession, for you to have a full-on possession?
Not following the law.
Not following the law, statutes, and commandments. The water says, Sister Shapara. You know what I'm saying? Sister Shapara, she put it in there not following the law, statutes, and commandments. See who else says something. Weak connection to God. Okay, I'll accept that. It's the same thing. All right. Okay, it's just a person checking in. But yeah, that is how you allow the demonic possession to take place, right? Okay, now let's see if you was paying attention. What are some of the ways that you can tell that a person is demonically possessed?
Abnormal strength.
What?
Abnormal strength.
Okay, that brother said abnormal strength, right? Okay, so we gon' let's see. I think I got one of them on here. Let's go to share screen. Let's see which one I want to do. The second one right here. All right, let's go to share screen. No, that ain't that one. Go to the other one. Go to share. See, refresh share screen. Is this one? Nah, it's this one right here. Yeah. All right. All right, let me refresh it.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we all can see, cocaine is solid rock form.
Look,
It's a hell of a drug.
what they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they
That brother picked up a motor out of a vehicle. You understand? So remember I told y'all, like, a version of demonic possession is when you take drugs, right? So you were blessed, not to grow up in such environments, with, riddled with crackheads and stuff like that. But you've seen them at camp. You understand? But you have them out there, like, ain't nobody stronger than a crackhead. Let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see a crackhead. They ain't gonna lift up a back of a vehicle to take out a catalytic converter before. You understand what I'm saying? So what? Give me another example. How else can you tell that a person is demonically possessed?
When they're speaking in tongues.
When they're speaking in tongues, right? And how else?
Their like emotions are kind of like out of whack.
Yeah, some probably that look like this. Oh, that's the Lena.
Let me know. Let me see if you can run it. Girl, indeed I can run it. You see, girl, I can sit you up. Don't believe my age gonna slow it down. I can definitely show you things to have you saying I can't be 16. Once I get in, you won't.
You understand? Does that look like somebody's emotions being out of whack?
Yeah,
Or how about this? I'll give you another one. 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 It's another person whose emotions are completely out of whack. It's just
Got the beach. Even if I fail, I'm a G. I never tell what I see. I never tell what it is. I never tell what we did. It's still on 10. Ain't tuck no tail. Ain't duck no smoke. I send back shells. Do my time before I tell. Till a shine or when I'm dead. I send the bread to come get his head. 5 to 7 shells. Twist his dreads. Reason why I take his men. Slam him out to shed that skin. Hurt him. He couldn't think ahead.
You understand? That is what you would call a demonic possession. You understand? Like, you know how in the movies You know what I'm saying? When somebody's demonically possessed, their body start contorting in all weird, different ways and stuff like that or whatever. That's real life. You understand? The only difference is if they didn't tell you that you was raised in hell. You was raised amongst demons, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We've been raised amongst demons our entire life because we were raised in a position, you understand, where we didn't know who we were. You understand? We didn't know what our covenant was. And because of that, what did it say in Deuteronomy?
If thou shalt not hearken and to observe.
No, I said if you don't hearken diligently and then observe. Go ahead.
Then these curses shall overtake thee.
Shall what?
Overtake thee.
Shall what?
Overtake thee.
Now those 3 videos that I just showed, you understand? Did it look like those brothers were physically overtaken? That's what it looks like when you're demonically possessed. You understand? When you outside of your body, outside of your mind. You understand? You have a whole other spirit taking hold of your vessel. You're not even in control of your body. Dude was stuck. You understand? Like, bro, like, I wanted to show y'all a video of Kensington Ave in Philly, but you know it'll get the video taken down because of how bad the videos are. All right? You understand? It's a walking zombie land. You understand? You just driving by and just seeing rows of people. They like light poles in the street stuck. And our babies are raised around this. We live around this. So when you're raised in an environment where demons are normal, you understand? What you think you're going to end up raising?
A demon.
You understand? If a girl on the same street that she catch her bus to go to school is seeing prostitutes walk up and down Bissonnette on, and she see this every day, what you gonna think it's okay for her to do? If a little boy is seeing women half naked walking up and down the street, catching the bus to go to school, oh, he's like, oh, this is how women's supposed to be when they get older. It says that my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And that lack of knowledge is the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. If you don't have it, it's going to overtake you. And we have been overtaken as a people. In this class today, we're going to go over piece by piece everything that we've gone over visually. You understand? It may take 2 classes, but for sure it's going to take the whole class. You know what I'm saying? So a demonic possession, all right? So the attributes or the characteristics to know that someone is demonically possessed, right, is abnormal strength, right? What's another possession that you see every day? You understand, out here, somebody that has abnormal strength that ain't on narcotics. I give you a hint. It's at the club. What do people do at the club?
They fight.
Yeah, but before they fight, something happened. They don't just come to the club wanting to fight. Yeah, I know you ain't never been in no club before. So, Paul, what's the first thing people do when they get to the club? What they do? Say it on the mic for him. Give him the other microphone. But he said what?
They drink.
Okay, so Daddy Money say alcohol 100%. You know what I'm saying? Sister Broussard. Okay, so but I said not a narcotic, right? I mean, of course, yeah, they do smoke before they go to the club, but I said not a narcotic. You know what I'm saying? They get a drink, right? The first thing they do is hit the bar, right? You know what I'm saying? And we all know what's the one drink, you understand, that everybody knows is guaranteed to get you to fight in the club. She already said it. Go ahead, support.
I'm gonna take a guess. I'm of a beer man's whiskey.
I mean, it is that's a cognac, ain't it? Nah, that hen doggy dog.
Oh,
Yeah, that hen doggy dog. That's that walk in the club, F everybody. Who you know what I'm saying? You ready off jump. You know what I'm saying? That Hennessy will turn you into a monster. And don't mix it with no hypnotic and get on, make that incredible hoe. Oh yeah, you a true monster. You about to do the fool. You know what I'm saying? What you about to say?
Like I would say, it's a Hennessy and like all the brown ones, those the same.
No,
right?
it's different. So so Hennessy is a cognac, right? You have whiskeys, you have scotches. You know what I'm saying? You have dark gins. You know what I'm saying? So there are different classifications of brown. You know what I'm saying? So you have Cavassier, you have whiskeys, you know what I'm saying? You have scotches. It's different levels of brown. You know what I'm saying? But the Goku Super Saiyan 4 level of brown is Hennessy. It is the final boss. You know what I'm saying? So you will get abnormal strength on that hen doggy dog. You gonna think you gonna be able to whoop everybody. And though you may not be able to whoop everybody, you gonna be able to take licks and keep on ticking. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about boys that be throwing shots at you. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna keep coming. You know what I'm saying? People will literally have to restrain you because you will literally turn into a monster. That's why they called the mixed drink of the hypnotic and the Hennessy, they call it an Incredible Hulk. Not just because it's green, because you really gonna turn into a monster. 100%, I guarantee it. You understand? All right. Let's see. Yeah. Everybody throwing it in there. The hen doggy dog. Yeah. All right. What's sis say? She said, man, that used to be my drink. Yeah, I bet it was, sis. You was probably out there, big brawl. You was out there, you was a head buster, wasn't you? All right. So we're gonna go to the next one, right? Okay. So what is what Aaron say? He said that's the biblical term for it. It's liquid courage, baby. You know what I'm saying? You get that liquid courage. You understand? All right. What is diabolical oppression? Go ahead, Sapar.
Diabolical oppression is that mental illness.
It can definitely cause mental illness. It can definitely cause mental illness. It is a specific thing that pushes you to that point. What is diabolical and demonic oppression? That boy Daddy Money said taxes. 100%, man. Yeah, bro. Them taxes is definitely oppressive. You know what I'm saying? But what is a demonic or a diabolical oppression? What is something that can push you to what you were talking about, to mental instability? What is something that can push you to being insane? That is an attribute of it.
Being emotionally compromised.
Being emotionally compromised. But I want you to think from an oppression standpoint. What is give me some types of, like, okay, so like Daddy Money, he gave taxes as an example of a type of oppression. Give me an example of something that could push you over the edge.
Man, relationships, bills,
Mm-hmm.
Being fired from your source of income,
Mm-hmm.
having to deal with difficult individuals on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm. What you got, nephew?
Like
I know you young. You ain't never really went through no. I mean, your oppression is cleaning the house,
in school.
school work, homework. That's your type of oppression. Well, what type of oppression have you seen? Because I mean, you can't really speak on, because you ain't been out. You about to be out the house. You know what I'm saying? You going to college, get that young man a hand, getting accepted into UT Arlington. You know what I'm saying? You about to start experiencing some oppression out here, getting a little bit of independence, right? But what's some type of oppression that you've seen? And I see y'all commenting in the chat. I'm just holding one up here, and I'm gonna get to each of y'all. Come on, give me one, nephew. Okay, when we be at camp, how do you see your people oppressed out here in the world when we be at camp? It ain't rocket science. Okay, well, Sis Broussard gonna help you out. She says persistent torment of temptations. That is an excellent answer. Auntie Coco says finances, family issues. For real. You understand? That's a common thing. All right. Yeah, see, Daddy Money agreeing with Sis Coco. Family issues, finances, relationships, children, job. Let's see what other answers we got in here. A good job. Oh, he was telling you, when you get a good job, that can turn into an oppression. You understand? Because like people would think you getting a good job is the answer to life, but that job, you know why they pay you such a high salary? It's to secure your time, to turn you into a slave. So you don't have time. And also the reason why they pay you a salary, because when you're hourly worker, when you clock off the clock, you're off. But when you're on salary, you're never off. You have to take your work home with you. You understand? Because like if they have like projects and stuff like that, they don't care if you got to take your work home with you, if you have to work after hours, while the janitor's in the building cleaning, because at that point you're a slave. See, they don't have to put physical chains around your neck and around your arms anymore. That salary, that's the chain. That's how they secured you. And you signed the contract. And that pressure that you feel is that contract that you signed, because your livelihood depends upon you delivering based off of what you signed upon. So a good job can turn into an oppression real quick. Real quick. You understand? All right. So these are all excellent answers. All of these are excellent answers. Let's see, Daddy wants. Police brutality. You understand? All of these are excellent answers. All right. So, let's see. Sis said most definitely left the job where I lived in London, paying $200K. Plus, they showed me every day I was a cotton picker. Damn. You know what I'm saying? See, that right there goes to show you exactly, because you going to college to figure out what you want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? These adults talking to you. You know what I'm saying? All right. So now that we got examples, I'm gonna give y'all the definition, right? The definition, and Sister Broussard really nailed it eloquently on the head of its demonic torment, its vexation, right? Anything that is used to vex you, right? It can be something that's constantly losing your keys before you go to work, a computer malfunction. Like on my way here, I just laughed because of what I was about to go over. I had to run to the store to make sure I had a HDMI cord so y'all can see, and I get home to pack up my stuff, and my power cord for my laptop was broken. You know what I'm saying? So a demon will do small stuff like this to trigger what Sapar was talking about, to make you emotionally vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And imbalanced, to cause you to do what? Sin. Right? Because I could have used that moment, and what's crazy is because both me and my real was simultaneously going through some vexation because things that we had planned weren't working out, and I could have used that situation and just snap and say something. My wife already being in the vexation spirit, it could have been like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? And it could have went in a volley back and forth, you know what I'm saying? And it would have changed the whole spirit coming into here. So you have to be conscientious at all times. You have to be conscientious of the you have to be able to see the attack. What was the purpose? Okay, you lost your keys, but what spirit is, or you misplaced your wallet and you trying to get out of the door because you got a company meeting today. Well, if you late, you already late. You understand? So what you need to adjust at that moment is your attitude, your spirit, because that's the cause of all of this moving around anyway. It's to mess with your spirit, to get you emotionally compromised and to sin, right? So other examples, tragic events in your life, like the story of Job, loss of loved ones, loss of job, loss of home. All of these are different forms of demonic and diabolical oppression. So I'm gonna give y'all a visual example of diabolical oppression taking root and hold. You understand? In not only us as a people, but when it takes hold in a people, it takes hold in a neighborhood, it takes hold in a community, and it takes hold of a side of town, and it takes hold in a root of a people or as a nation, right? All right, let me pull this up for y'all. Let's see if this is the right one. No. Yeah, this shit right here. Boom.
Alongside Mississippi in America.
Right here on this block. Feel 11 scratch right here. Him.
Why is it so bad, in your opinion?
I ain't gonna lie, like I say, like beef shit for real, like hood beef.
Die every day. Grandma get shot, mama get shot, baby get shot. My soul.
And you know what's crazy, bro? I guess you two laughed then about the situation, but murder's serious, bro.
Chill. When they kill one of my, they be laughing. Look, you see my shirt? I don't got this shit on for no reason.
Bro, that's the wild life.
I'm talking about genuine, like, bro, right here was genuine, like, feel me? Shit like that.
Shit different now, bro. Niggas shooting up my eyes.
What do you think's changed?
All type of shit.
So into that Chicago shit, but the real deal. Watch what they,
Chicago,
watch the whole interview and get pointers out the interview. Bring that shit where they at.
Right here, like, this shit gutter. Like, it ain't no plan. You can be messed up. It don't matter how old you is. You can be baby. Yeah, do you? Yeah.
So did you hear what they said? He said people die every day. Like your mama will die, your daddy will die. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you paid attention. Did you look in his eyes? Like that dude, like that dude with the dreads that was in the woods. Oh, he a killer for real. You can see it on him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what oppression pushes you to. You know what I'm saying? Like these couple of videos I'm gonna show y'all, I want y'all to pay attention to the eyes of the people. You can tell a killer. You understand? This is what oppression pushes you to if you don't check your emotions. Life isn't easy. It doesn't give you an excuse to lash out emotionally. Because what's going to end up happening is you're going to cause a vicious cycle of generational curses that's going to not only wipe out your family, it'll wipe out your community. And we just not talking about physically, we talking about spiritually. Because, yeah, okay, I unalive you, right? What you think your people going to try and do? They going to try and unalive me. And then when your people try and ride on me, let's say that they not successful, I'm going to get some more of my people, and then we going to ride on y'all. Then it's an endless cycle, right? Hold on. Let me show you. Let me show you. It ain't done. It ain't done. Hold on. Let me show you.
Killed the most people.
This ain't no safe shit. This ain't no safe shit. You safe because you with us, though. I got a bunch of motherfuckers who ain't gonna let nothing happen to you.
Fucking writers glorified. With the money don't get glorified no more. With the and shit like cool, don't, you know what I'm saying? Nobody want to be the cool no more with the hoes, you know what I'm saying, with the money and shit. They don't respect that no more. They respect who got the most hats, who got the most souls, you know what I'm saying, who killed the most people.
This ain't no safe shit. This ain't no safe shit. You safe because you with us, though. I got a bunch of motherfuckers who ain't gonna let nothing happen to you.
I appreciate that.
Let's make some team saying it.
You know what I'm saying? You heard what he said? He said it ain't about who got the most money no more. It's about who got the most hats. You want to know why it's about who got the most hats? It's because if you take one, I got to take two. If you take two, I got to take three. If you got to take three, I got to take out your whole clique. I got to take out your whole family. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of baby Umis out here, you know what I'm saying, like out there in Chirac. This is what diabolical oppression pushes you to if it's unchecked. Go ahead, support.
So like I said, if I may, so the type of mindset that these brothers have, that's from demonic possession,
oppression,
demonic oppression.
Oh, the brothers that I'm showing you, they're completely possessed at this point, but it came from oppression. See, what you got to understand is, right? Look, okay, so matter of fact, give me the scripture. Give me what I want. Seven. Give me Matthew chapter 12, verse 43. And you're gonna read the 45. Give me Matthew chapter 12, verse 43. You gonna read the 45.
And I'm come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places.
Say that one more time.
He walketh through dry places.
Now, this is saying like when an unclean spirit leaveth the man, right? So let's just say, your unclean spirit, you was smoking 2 packs of Newports a week. You know what I'm saying? You kicked the habit. You know what I'm saying? You done came into the truth. You done cleaned yourself up. You understand? You know, you're not around the 15-minute break crew. You know what I'm saying? We all know what the 15-minute break crew is at the job. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's ones that all huddle up together outside the smoker square. They use their squares as an excuse to take a break at the workhouse. You know, for those that had manual labor jobs like working at warehouses, you understand? Okay, so you didn't kick that habit, right? Keep reading.
Seeking rest.
And the unclean spirit leaves you because it realized that it can't dwell in you no more. So it goes out to find a new vessel somewhere where it can find a place to set up shop and seek rest. Go ahead.
And findeth none. Verse 44.
You want to know why it doesn't find none? Somebody blow my mind why that spirit can't find no rest. That unclean spirit can't find no rest. Why can't it find no rest?
So like it can't find no rest because once it's done with one vessel, they want to go to another one to do the same thing.
No, that's not why. That's not why. It's because when it was with you, it was just you and it. You know what I'm saying? Like your vessel, it made your body, it made it the way it likes it. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it goes out here, he didn't found somebody that smoked Newports, but they also drinks 211 Steel Reserve. You know what I'm saying? He left that vessel. He found somebody that smoked Newports, but they also do cocaine. You know what I'm saying? So it's going out here, and it's not finding no rest because it's not finding nothing quite like what it had with you. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 44. Then he said, I will return into my house.
It will do what?
I will return into my house.
It will do what?
I will return into my house.
It's like, you know what? There's no place like home. I'm going to go right on back to Sapar. Good old Sapar. We had a good thing going on. You know, it's just a 15-minute smoke break. It ain't going to hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Keep reading.
From whence I came out.
From what?
From whence I came out.
Mm-hmm.
And when he is come, he found it empty and swept.
He found it what?
He found it empty and swept.
You want to know why he found it empty and swept? Because you didn't cleaned up your entire life. You understand? You didn't remove all uncleanliness out of your life. You understand? It's like when you first move into an apartment, it's barren, it's empty. You understand? It's cleared out. You know what I'm saying? So it's sofa that it had in there, it's gone. The entertainment center it had in there, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? It's pictures that it made up in the walls inside of your vessel, inside of your temple, it's gone. It didn't been vacated. Keep reading.
And garnished.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 45. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits.
Now, what he's doing, he's like, man, it's gonna be too much work. You know what I'm saying? For me to break this vessel back in by myself. You know what I'm saying? You know how long it took me to from 1 cigarette to 2 packs a week? You know how long it took me to get him to do that? I need something stronger that's gonna force him to need to smoke. And it say it did what?
Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself.
More what?
More wicked than himself.
Mm-hmm.
And they enter in and dwell there.
Now let me make this practical for you, right? Let me show you how quick it is for you to get not only 7 spirits, but within those 7 spirits, you take back on your old spirit, right? So you come into the truth, you clean up yourself, and you get righteous in your right mind. Satan gonna be like, Lord, that nigga ain't real. Let me test him. You know what I'm saying? Lord be like, okay, just like you did with Job, just don't touch his life. You know what I'm saying? And Satan gonna be like, bet. He take your job from you. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, sis Coco on here that had that 200K salary job that she had. That job is taken from you. You understand? And with no severance package, you know what I'm saying? You know, they take half of your retirement away from you. You understand? And you facing repo and foreclosure on your house. What you think you gonna start thinking about doing? Getting a pack of cigarettes. You understand? And cause your nerves bad. You're not used to dealing with your problems without a vice. You understand? You trying to find something to escape reality. You understand? Let me show you how quick it is for you to not only take on your old demon, but multiple demons. So then you calling one of your partners, talking to him on the phone, you tell him everything that happened. Like, man, bro, shoot, that's crazy. Shoot, I got something that can help you out, though. Like, what's that? Shoot, man. I mean, I was really in the bind, but this really sound like a blessing for both of us. Trap. When people start talking like that, it's a trap. He was like, well, what? She's like, hey, man, I got this pack I need to get off. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, shoot, you know, we can bust it down even. So now you didn't been coerced to selling drugs. Your nerves was already bad because of the pressure of you losing your job. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have no safety net. You understand? So now you got the anxiety of you about to lose everything. You don't got no bread. You know what I'm saying? Now you add in potential penitentiary chances and you a mule. You know what I'm saying? Driving on the highway. What you think you doing on the highway? You smoking them cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't brought the lure of death into your life. You back smoking your old spirit. You understand? Now, because you staying up all night, you need something to keep you up. You know what you start doing? You start sniffing that powder. You know, and because you live in that nightlife, you hook up with a stripper. Because, you know, you a D-boy now. Whenever y'all celebrate on stage, y'all go to the strip club. So now, that's 4 spirits that you didn't attach to yourself that quick. You know, now you come out of the strip club, you didn't had niggas clocking your partner that put you on, and y'all coming out of there, now they trying to rob y'all. Now you gun them down, now you a murderer. That's 5 spirits. Now you on the run. Now you lying to people. You trying to dip and dodge. That's 7 spirits that done took hold of you that quick because you done became emotionally compromised. And everything that I just said, you just witnessed in those videos. What's going on in South Park? What's going on in Sunnyside? What's going on in South Lawn? What's going down in 5th Ward? What's going down in Acres Homes? You know what I'm saying? You can name, it don't matter. You can name any hood. You know what I'm saying? The East St. Bernard parish in New Orleans, you know, South Baton Rouge. You understand? Scotlandville in Baton Rouge. You understand? You can any hood across America. This is what's going on. These are the traps that Satan is setting for you. All of it is to push you to get emotionally compromised and to panic and to make a bad decision, and he got you. Because you're not willing to take accountability for your actions and take a L. Because, I mean, like Sis said, I mean, God forbid, right? I mean, you get all the way up to making $200K. I'm going to tell you myself personally, I went from making $95,000 a year down to making $30 an hour when I came into the truth. Are you willing to take that much of an L to serve the Lord and build yourself back up righteously? Because that's how you're gonna get tested. What the scriptures say? Any man that want to serve the Lord, what it say, Paul?
Prepare your soul for temptation.
Prepare your soul for temptation, huh? It's not a matter of if, but when. It's going to happen. You're going to, everything that you embrace in the world, walking away from God, I guarantee you, you're going to lose a lot of it. I damn near want to say 85 to 90% of it in one way, shape, form, or fashion or another, walking back towards the Lord. It could be your apartment. I lost 2 of them. It could be your job. I can't even count how many I done lost being in the truth. You know what I'm saying? It can be vehicles. It can be a wife. It can be a husband. You can lose your kids. These are all things meant to break you. Your house can get foreclosed on. Your mama could die. Your daddy could die. Or your family could turn their back on you. All of these things are meant to oppress you, to get you emotionally compromised so you can make a mistake. So Satan be like, there's my door. I'm in there. And most people, when they start down that path, it's very, very hard for them to stop, take accountability, accept the punishment for their choice, and turn back and walk back towards the Lord. It's extremely difficult. It's better for you to deal with whatever you have that is an oppression head on. That's why the scriptures say to be sober-minded and vigilant, because your enemy, the devil, is like a roaring lion walking about to see whom he can devour. And in those videos, those 2 videos, it was Alabama and Houston. You understand? Neighborhoods. Just it's a whole hour in both cities of the neighborhood, the community destroyed. They made a whole series of the hardest hoods in America. They made a whole series off of the diabolical and the demonic oppression in our community. It's entertainment to them. You grew up amongst demons. That's why all the kids be like, I'm on demon time. Because they was raised with them. They was raised by demons or amongst demons and devils. Why you think whole culture is pushed so much on our community. It's pushed more on our community than any other community. Don't get it twisted. It's whores in every nation, but you don't see every nation on the TV being whores like ours. It's a reason for that. Because they have to have you breaking the law, statutes, and commandments, so you can never have Deuteronomy 28:1. Read 28:1 for them, nephew. While you reading, I'm gonna read what Sis Coco said. Sis Coco, she said, that's it. Once the panic hits, the depression will set, and will cause you to make bad decisions if you don't keep yourself grounded in the word. Sis Broussard said, I have lost family coming into this truth. Sis Coco said, yep. But you will have to have the most peace. You have to 100%. And then this brother just checking in. All right, go ahead, read that. Read 28:1.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Mm-hmm.
to observe and to do all his commandments,
Mm-hmm.
which I command thee this day,
Mm-hmm.
that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Say that one more time.
The Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
You understand? But this is the caveat, right? If you willing to go through the fire, if you willing to go through the oppression and fight and be righteous and wait and have faith in the Lord, in due time, like it says in Psalms 1, it says that you will be like a tree planted by the rivers of the water to bring forth your fruit in its due season. It's not going to happen immediately when you first start serving the Lord. The Lord is not a genie. The Lord is a man of war. He likes to see you struggle, because there's no growth without pain. You don't understand what it takes to mature and grow your soul. That's why our music is so is so famous around the world, because it's music from pain. That's what jazz is. That's what blues is. You understand? That's what country music is. That's what rock and roll is. I'm just naming all the stuff that we've created. This is all music that has come from pain. That's what rap and hip hop is. It comes from pain. That's why you be seeing these East Indians jamming Glorilla at their weddings. They out there, ooh, 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 ooh. You know what I'm saying? But like on a serious note, that is why our culture is so coveted, because we produce the most soul because of our maturation through pain. Imagine if we did it righteously. This is why you have to fight daily. It's not just for your benefit. If you have a wife or a husband that's not in this truth, or if they are in the truth, it's for their benefit. If you have children, it is for their benefit. You're not just fighting for yourself. That's the problem. You've lived your whole life fighting for yourself. The Lord, Christ hung all 613 commandments on two. The first, to fear the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy mind, and with all thy soul. The second was likened unto it, to love thy brother as thyself. And it's the hardest thing to do. It's not easy to love somebody that constantly misuses you, abuses you, mistreats you. But you know what? Now you know how Christ felt. Because they ridiculed him. They mocked him. They spit at him. They beat him. They broke him. And guess what? They unalived him. And before he took his last breath, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. He prayed for you with his last breath because he loved you. And the scripture says, you have not been tempted unto blood. All you've had to do is just choose. So you can't suffer losing a job. You got to go out there and rob. You can't suffer facing eviction. So you got to go out there and get on the pole and be a vixen. You can't suffer getting your car repoed. You want to go out here on this and that and be a hoe. You want to be a monger of whores. You want to be a pimp. The scripture says, do not cause the daughters of Zion to fall to whoredom. Who is that talking to? It was talking to the men. It's our fault. It's not their fault. It's our fault. Because you, he, me, we like hoes. So you want to know what our sisters act like? You want to know what they dress like? Hoes. It's on us. We have to change the culture. Like, your kids can make a decision and it just affect them. Your wife can make a decision and it just affect her. You make a decision, it affects everybody spiritually. That's why the scripture says, if you bind the strong man, you can take the house. We've been bound for too long. Riddled and filled with demons. Blaming oppression instead of taking accountability for our place in it. It's our fault. The conditions of our community, the condition of Sunnyside, the condition of Acre Homes, the condition of Dead End, Fifth Ward, Home Clark. That's our fault. You think them Asians gonna let their community get bad like that? You think them Armenians and them Arabs and them Persians, you think they gonna let their community get like that? You think them Edomites, them white people, you think they gonna let their community get like that? No. It's because they have accountability. We don't have communities, we have hoods. In our hoods, we don't have no HOAs. You don't have HOAs. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so we just did Demonic and diabolical oppression. All right, so let's go to demonic and a diabolical infestation. All right, what's an infestation? What's an infestation?
I mean, now it's more than one. There's several. There's many.
Okay, just all right. Okay, what? Just give me a definition. What does infest mean? Let's start there. Let's start there. What does infest mean?
Like of the definition of insects or animals be present in large numbers, typically so as to cause damage or disease.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So a demonic infestation, like he said, is when demonic spirits take over a house or a vessel. That vessel can be you, or takes over an object or an animal, right? To take over a house in a disgusting manner, right? What are some attributes of a infestation, a demonic infestation? All right, we got okay. Let's see. Raymond Cornett said something. Being taken over. Yes, yes, yes. Yapana Carr said to take over. Right. All right. So give me some examples of a demonic infestation. What comes to mind when you hear of a demonic infestation?
I think of biblically. I think of legion.
Biblically, you think of legion. Okay. All right. So what is legion?
There are many. So I'm like an example you gave before, when when you smoke and the unclean spirit will leave and come back with more as stronger than him. Then that would be, at that point, it's not being just possessed by one. It's an infestation of demons.
An infestation of demons. Okay. Yes, that is a form of infestation of a vessel, right? But it also gave an example of, it said, in that's you as a human being being a vessel. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So if you're invested by a legion of demons, how does that infestation manifest in reality? Like okay, so like you know how I showed you like a outright demonic possession, right? So yes, a demon has, or multiple demons has taken hold of that vessel, and you see a manifestation of them physically, right? But how else is a infestation of demons inside of a person manifested in their life? How can someone, if they didn't see you, would know that you have a demonic infestation?
An unkept house.
A what?
An unkept house.
Get that brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I think I got an example of that. Hold on. Let me see. I think I got an example of that. That one. Bam. Here we go. Let's go to share. Right.
I'm David, and I'm 53 years old, and I am Viola's son. My mom's house is deplorable. It's just filled from the floor to the ceiling. There's cat feces everywhere. The stench will make you gag the second you walk into it. It's just sickening to your stomach to think that she's capable of living in those conditions.
Truthfully, as long as I'm able to function in there, whether or not the living room is crowded, shouldn't really bother the city.
I'm Stevie. I'm 44, and I'm...
Brother, did you hear what she said? Did you hear what she said? She said, it's just a little crowded. That's how you are when you're fully possessed by a demon. You so possessed by your demon, you can't even see the damage in your life. She said, it's just a little crowded. I don't see why it's the city's problem. Brother, her home is such a biohazard to the point to where they said if she don't clean it up, she gonna get evicted. She owned the house. She owns the house. Now, that's extreme, right? It don't gotta be that extreme. Like if you go into somebody's house and the entire house smells like cigarette smoke and weed smoke, I'm talking about it's so smoked out in that house that even when they not smoking, it smell like smoke. That's a demonic infestation. To the point where because of my second career dealing in telecom and communications and having to install fiber, coax, in all of these people's homes. I've gone in and out of a lot of people's homes. I've been in homes like that. You understand? So I'm talking about they literally have a path for you to walk through. That's the only way that you can navigate their house. It's literally a path the size of a sheet of paper for you to walk through their house. You understand? But I've been in homes where the walls are beige and brown from the amount they smoke so much in that house. When you walk in there, you choke from the stench. That's an infestation. When you go in there and you walk in the kitchen and it smells like a dumpster because it's just so many dishes in the sink, that's an infestation. You see, well, we're gonna get to the critters. You see roaches and rats and all of that stuff, that's an infestation. If their bathroom is unclean and you walk in there and it smells like urine and unclean fecal matter, that's an infestation. And they feel like there's nothing wrong. Like, that's the reason why I showed that video, because that's the face of someone that's possessed by a demon, because a demon is like, there's nothing wrong with this. Demons love filth. They waddle in it. They love filth. That's why if you see an excess of animals that waddle in filth, be aware of your surroundings. You understand? When you see a whole bunch of roaches somewhere, be aware of your surroundings. You're around some filth somewhere where they comfortable. When you see a whole bunch of rats, coming out of the back of a Chinese store, you might not want to eat there. You understand? That might be what's on the menu. You know, for y'all that love General Tso's chicken, it might not be chicken. It might be General Tso's rat. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. But that's what the demon does. It makes you unaware of your surroundings. It makes you used to the filth, used to the uncleanliness, to where you'll be offended that someone's offended by your offense. You know, like if you try and hug somebody, you know, and you smelling like ham, you know what I'm saying? And they be like, whoo, Lord. They're like, man, what's wrong with you? I'm like, nah, man, what's wrong with you? You know, you think your must is your cologne. No, brother. That ain't what's up. All right. So those are so brother, he gave an excellent example, right? So that's one example. An unkept, unclean house, right? So brothers, if a sister invites you over, you know, for those of y'all going hunting in the world and not the truth, you go over her house, you before you even sit on the sofa, you need to be like, you mind if I use your restroom real quick? Go in that bathroom, you do an inspection, brother. You looking at medicine cabinet. I'm serious. You need to look at them pills that she taking, you know, and while you in there, you know, turn on the fan like you had to really go to the restroom. And she be like, you okay? Yeah, I'm all right. Just give me a minute. You know, my what we ate ain't really agree with me. You know what I'm saying? You know, you do some Google on some of them pills that they got in there with them long weird names and see what they for. Sisters, y'all do the same thing. I'm putting you up on game. I'm trying to tell you. You'll find out somebody got the hurt dirt real quick. Somebody then had a yeast infection, a UTI, chlamydia. You'll find out real quick. You go in that restroom, you lift up that toilet bowl. You know what I'm saying? See if it's clean. You pull back the curtain in that bathtub. See if it's some dirt rings, some hula hoop rings in there. You understand? You got to do some investigation, man. Sisters, you do the same thing. Well, sisters do it anyway. They just don't tell y'all. You know, you tell them, they be like, well, baby, where your bathroom at? You be like, oh, it's around the corner. And, okay, give me a second. You know, because girls, they take their time in the restroom anyway. They snooping out your whole apartment. And God forbid, you know, you got one of the apartments where your bathroom is actually in your room. Nigga. She going through your stuff, Ak. Just know it. All of it. So I'm just putting fellas on game of what you need to do or what women already do. You understand? You know, check out that kitchen. See if it's clean. You know, say ask if they got some snacks, you know, and ask them where it's at. Don't worry about it. I don't get it. Open up one of them cabinets and see if something moving in the back. In that pantry. Yeah, that's where them roaches really be hiding. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they got weevils, that's a different thing. You know, if you got rice, if rice been in there a while, weevils happen. You know, it's an unfortunate fact of rice. You know what I'm saying? But if you open that cabinet to that pantry, you know what I'm saying? There's something moving back there, brother, sister. You know, you might be dealing with somebody's infestation, or you walk in there and there's a different type of smell. The Lord will warn you. You know what I'm saying? You know that weird funky carpet smell. I mean, the house can be clean, but you know, you can walk in there and because something is happening there, you can't just really get the smell out of the carpet. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to things like that. The Lord be what he gave you 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 2 nostrils for a reason. Use them and keep your mouth closed. Be like, what's wrong? Oh, I got a call. I got to go handle something real quick. I had a good time this evening. You be respectful, and then, you hit them like, I just don't think it's going to work out, but you have to pay attention to the signs. That's the first sign that somebody got a demon on them, their house. You pay attention now. Oh, let me tell you another. You walk in there, they got like little statues of Buddha heads. You know what I'm saying? Or they got like for me, like I was in a fraternity, you know what I'm saying? When I was in college, I was an alpha, right? So alpha is infatuated with Egypt, right? So, I had pharaoh heads in my house, statues of Anubis. I had a cartouche that I wore around my neck with my name and hieroglyphics that I got when I went to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these things are infestations in your house that you may think it's a nice placeholder in your house, that it look cute as decoration, but you've invited unknowingly a spirit into your house. You know what I'm saying? When you get these little cute statues, when you go out of the country that represents something from their country as a memento, you need to do some research on it, because you bringing a spirit back into your house to infest, and it's gonna bring 7 other spirits greater than itself with it. I guarantee it. Because once you make an excuse for one spirit, guess what you're going to do? You're going to make an excuse for another, and then another, and then another, to the point to where it's going to look like that lady house and ain't nothing. You're going to think nothing's wrong. I don't see what is y'all business. Y'all don't got to come in here. And you can't see the filth that you've surrounded yourself with. You can't see the floor. I can't even imagine what it smells like in there. You understand? All right. So the other type of infestation, see other comments. Sis Coco said that mildew and dirty mop smell. Yeah, that's the smell right there, sis. That's that smell I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? All right. So from the book of Revelations, right? I talked about, all right, so let's go to when the Lord turned the water to blood. Go to Exodus 7 and 14. I'm gonna go there with you. I just want you to get the part when he did it. I'm gonna go there with you. Got it? All right. Read verse 14.
The book of Exodus, chapter 7, verse 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refuseth to let the people go.
All right. Drop down to verse 17.
Verse 17. Thus saith the Lord, in this thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in mine hand upon the waters, which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood.
They shall be turned to what?
To blood.
To what?
To blood.
To what?
To blood.
Keep reading.
Verse 18. And the fish that is in the river shall die.
Shall what?
Shall die.
Shall what?
Shall die. And the river shall stink. And the Egyptians shall loathe to drink of the water of the river.
All right. So the question is, has this happened since the Lord did it in Egypt? Has the water, has this ever happened again? Because, people say the things that happen in the Bible, all the miracles that the Lord did, those are just all fairy tales. So since the time of Moses, has water ever turned to blood? It has? Okay. Blow my mind, nephew.
I don't remember where this took place, but I did hear of a story of water just turning blood red. I don't know if the water was really blood, but it was blood red.
Okay. All right. So the term, I'm about to pull it up right now. The term that you're looking for is red tide. All right. So let's find out what this red tide is.
Florida's sandy shores are in many ways the envy of a nation, but as spring breaks heating up, so too are signs of an intense red tide event. Manatee County officials in the Tampa area say they've already cleaned up 7,000 pounds of dead fish in just the last few days.
They were all over the place. They washed up right around here on the shore, and they're everywhere.
Officials are using drones to get a better picture of the impact, though for many on vacation here, it doesn't take a bird's eye view to see and feel the devastation.
I feel like I've gotten a little bit of a cough and a little bit ill while I'm here. I didn't even know red tide existed.
That red stain in normally aqua blue waters
Oh,
has
he
visited
said,
Florida repeatedly in recent.
He said that what stain?
Red stain.
That what stain?
Red stain.
That what stain?
Red stain.
He said that red stain in normally aqua blue water.
Years. Scientists say it comes from a naturally occurring microorganism in the Gulf.
There's just dead fish everywhere.
But when there's enough chemicals or so-called nutrients available, it's like adding fuel to a fire.
And that causes this organism that is typically in very low abundance to basically dominate, and to the point where it produces toxins that leads to fish kills, and obviously that has a human health effect as well.
Dr. Steve Davis is Chief Science Officer for the Everglades Foundation. He says restoring Florida's wetlands can help filter polluted water and reduce red tide. For this year's spring break revelers, the algae is already having an impact. A popular fundraiser in Indian Rocks Beach was canceled a month out.
We can't take the chance to put all the security deposits down and then at the last minute have to pull the plug.
Now, many who just want a spot in the sun and their feet in the sand are dealing with a persistent environmental issue that literally has them seeing red.
Hold on. Stop sharing. All right. Oh, they hold on. Did they see it? I don't think they saw it. Hold on, I'm gonna play it one more time. I don't think it showed it to y'all online. They saw it in here. I don't think they saw it online. I'm gonna play it one more time for y'all. That's the one. Share, refresh. There we go. Share. We'll run it back real quick for y'all to see online.
These shores are in many ways the envy of a nation, but as spring breaks heating up, so too are signs of an intense red tide event. Manatee County officials in the Tampa area say they've already cleaned up 7,000 pounds of dead fish in just the last few days.
They were all over the place. They washed up right around here on the shore, and they're everywhere.
Officials are using drones to get a better picture of the impact, though for many on vacation here, it doesn't take a bird's eye view to see and feel the devastation.
I feel like I've gotten a little bit of a cough and a little bit ill while I'm here. I didn't even know red tide existed.
That red stain in normally aqua blue waters has visited Florida repeatedly in recent years. Scientists say it comes from a naturally occurring microorganism in the Gulf.
There's just dead fish everywhere.
But when there's enough chemicals or so-called nutrients available, it's like adding fuel to a fire.
And that causes this organism that is typically in very low abundance to basically dominate, and to the point where it produces toxins that leads to fish kills, and obviously that has a human health effect as well.
Dr. Steve Davis is Chief Science Officer for the Everglades Foundation. He says restoring Florida's wetlands can help filter polluted water and reduce red tide. For this year's spring break revelers, the algae is already having an impact. A popular fundraiser in Indian Rocks Beach was canceled a month out.
We can't take the chance to put all the security deposits down and then at the last minute have to pull the plug.
Now, many who just want to spot.
All right, and I'm gonna play one more because I'm gonna have nephew read this scripture, and everything that's in this scripture is literally saying word for word what you're seeing. Go to replace first one, second one. Here we go. Share.
Scores of dead fish littering the beach.
There's just dead fish everywhere.
Respiratory issues causing problems for humans.
My wife's been coughing and I've been coughing. And we're actually leaving now because I got like a scratchy throat.
All this caused by red tide. Red tide is officially known as harmful algal blooms.
You see how red that water is? What does that look like to you? What that look like to you, nephew? It look like what? Look like what? Right.
And they periodically occur in oceans. Right now, the west coast of Florida is taking a hit. This beachgoer told WYNK.
I was stunned when I saw this. We saw some big fish this morning, but this is incredible. There's no words for it.
Dead fish of all sizes washed onto the shore with the tides. The harmful algae in the Gulf of Mexico waters off of Florida is called Carina brevis. It causes oxygen levels in the water to drop greatly, killing marine life.
There's just thousands of dead fish. It's terrible.
I've experienced red tide. This year it's stronger. People have coughs.
Particles of Carina brevis toxins release into the air when thrashed around by ocean waves. For some people, that can cause coughing and sore throats when it's breathed in. Humans don't cause red tide, but they can make it worse. Red tides occur naturally, but rising air and ocean temperatures could mean the harmful algal blooms are larger and more frequent.
You know what I'm saying? So, read verse 17 again.
The book of Exodus, chapter 7, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Thus saith the Lord, in this thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
No, drop down to verse 19. My bad.
Verse 19. And the Lord spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, take thy rod, and stretch out thine hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, and upon their ponds, and upon all their pools of water, that they may become blood.
That they may become what?
Blood.
That they may become what?
Blood.
Mm-hmm.
And that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone.
Mm-hmm. Drop down to verse 21.
Verse 21. And the fish that was in the river died,
and
the river stank,
and
the Egyptians could not drink of the water of the river, and there was blood throughout all the land of Egypt.
Now, does that not sound like what you physically just saw? The illustration of what red tide is.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So, when in the scriptures, when the scriptures say that the Lord turned the water to blood, the Lord caused a mass, and this was on a whole nother level. You understand? A mass infestation of red tide, which is red algae. Essentially, what they do is the algae, they bloom so much in the water that they suck the oxygen out of the water. And what do fish breathe in the water? Oxygen. You know what I'm saying? So it literally suffocates the fish in the water. You understand? Because they absorb all of the oxygen and cause everything in the water to die. You understand? That's what the Lord did in Egypt. he caused the red tide, the algae bloom was so crazy. Just imagine, because if you let water sit still for too long, bacteria mold a bloom. You understand? So the bloom of the red algae was so vicious, it touched all of the water that they even had in their earthen vessels that they had stored, both wood and pottery. You understand? So now you know that not only did it really actually happen then, that it's still happening now. That video that you just saw, the last one is current. This is currently going on. And if you don't believe me, go on YouTube or go on your Google machine and type in red tide, water turn to blood. It ain't just in America. It's in Taiwan. It's off the coast of Australia right now. It's off the backside of South America, in the Pacific. This is a serious thing right now, and it's affecting the fishing market. This is a biblical plague that is happening across the world annually. And each year it's getting worse. And this is probably one of the worst years. That's why the seafood is going up in price. It ain't just because of inflation. It's because it's scarce. You understand? Let's see. What time we got? We got 55. All right, I'll stop right here. And I'll pick up with the rest of the plagues from the story of Moses for the demonic and diabolical infestation, and then I'll do physical pain, and I think I got two others to do. And I'll finish out the review next class. But this class and next class is really important because you need to physically see examples of what different types of demonic possessions are, so you know what to look for. You know how to fight. I mean, we think when we see demonic possession, we think it's somebody with the with the wet hair in front, walking upside down backwards towards you. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess in the case of that last video, that brother I-S-U-P.K contorted like that, I guess in a way that is it. But you need to see what it is without the smoke and mirrors. And you also need to know not only how to identify it, but you need to know the conditions of the battle, not only so you can identify, but you need to know how to fight. Because this is going on every day and it's not going to stop. It's never going to stop until Christ comes. So you need to be on your A game. Because if you're not, you're going to fall. One of Sapar's favorite scriptures, he quoted it earlier. If any man chooses to serve the Lord, to prepare your soul for temptation. It's not a matter of if, but when, brothers and sisters. All right. So with that, I'm going to say Amajim, which means to stand. Sar, which means to turn. We're going to face the east. I'm going to do the Lord's Prayer first in Hebrew, then in English. Repeat after me. Abanoah, Shabbat Shabayim, Kodash, Hayab, Shemka, Yahweh, Malak with Ka, Daba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayab, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayab, Bashamayim, Nathan Lanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawak Yanawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawak Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tabia Ayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rod, Kaya, Lakab, Hamalakwa, Waha Allah, Wahata Parad, La'awalumium, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Sar, turn to face the front. We'll give a courtesy salute to the brothers and to the sisters. Men of Israel, Marty Shabbat, Baju, Ra, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah Brakatah, Yadi Matah, Sar, turn to face the sisters. Men of Israel, Marty Shabbat, Baju, Ra, Yahweh Shamar Tha Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Yadi Matah, dismiss.